And we continue our coverage this morning of the ongoing Israel-Hamas war, starting with a big breakthrough this morning in the conflict in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas announcing a temporary ceasefire in order to release hostages that have been held by Hamas.
Yeah, this deal was facilitated by Qatars and Egyptians, and Israeli War Cabinet voted on the decision late Tuesday. Liz Landers reports.
This morning, a breakthrough for the hundreds of hostages being held in Gaza as Israel and Hamas strike a deal for a truce agreement that will bring a temporary ceasefire to the conflict. Qatar, the small nation that helped broker the deal, announced in a statement the start of the humanitarian truce will begin within 24 hours and will continue for 4 days, subject to extension. 50 women and children prisoners in Gaza will be released in exchange for 150 Palestinian prisoners, according to U.S. and Israeli officials. The deal could also account for later hostages released as well, and will also include the passage of humanitarian convoys and fuel into Gaza. After the Israeli War Cabinet met to approve the deal, Prime Minister Netanyahu's office said their government will continue to fight for the elimination of Hamas. And President Biden saying in a statement he welcomes the deal and is grateful that hostages who, quote, endured weeks of captivity and an unspeakable ordeal will be reunited with their families once this deal is fully implemented. The war has claimed the lives of more than 14,000 Palestinians, according to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry. Around 240 hostages have been held in Gaza since October 7th, including a handful of Americans. And the youngest American hostage, 3-year-old Abigail Adan, is expected to be among those released. One of her relatives, Noah Naftali, told me last week of Abigail.
Abigail is a spunky little girl. I want Abigail to know that her brother, her sister, her aunts and uncles, and her grandparents are waiting for her at home.
Last week, some of the families of those hostages were in Washington, D.C. for that rally for Israel, meeting with lawmakers and the Biden administration's top hostage negotiator as they advocated for the release of their loved ones.